Welcome to Message Crawler Video Manual. In this chapter, we're talking about Date Format Tool. Let's jump into PowerPoint and talk about it. All right, Date Format Tool. What you can do with this tool is take a timestamp field or any kind of date time field or just date, and you can format it to look differently. If you have military time and you want it to be an AM PM, you can do that. If you have date and time field, you can drop the time field so you can shorten it. So it's up to you. This is kind of a creative tool and you can do many things with it. Depends on what your needs are. So like we said, we can make the date look different. We can remove time. We can also create field like a sort date. So we can sort by that field. And one of the options here is we can take the date, format it, and then push it down to all the attachments. This way, when you perform chronological sort, your families don't get separated. And what you would do when you sort is you sort by the sort date field first, and then by some kind of ID later to make sure, again, we're keeping records in the original order within those date groups. And I think the biggest use for this tool is to help you create conversations. And conversations are super important for grouping messages together. When you present your text messages for review, you're grouping them into multiple files. And how many messages you put per file will determine how the review is going to go, as well as how the production is going to go. So this tool is one of the tools in the toolkit collection that can help you work with dates. I say let's jump into Message Crawler and play around with this tool, see how it works, and how we can format dates to look different. Let's do it. All right, now we're in Message Crawler. We have a DAT file loaded, and we have a field called timestamp. So let's see what we can do to format this time. I'm going to go to Format Date tool, and I'm going to select my timestamp. If I choose a short date, and I'm going to select my record type as attachment, I'm going to create a sort date which contains only date and no time. So let's do that first. I'm going to scroll all the way to the right, and now we see how we've taken this. We have taken our timestamp and we have formatted it to just contain day and no time. Now this field is going to be very useful for us to create conversations. So if we scroll to the conversation identifier, we can say generated date, and this is one of the primary uses of this tool. The other thing you can do here is if we go to format date, we can create something called sortable date time, and now we can have a date time that is text field, yet we can sort by this as text without worrying about like AM, PM, and not zero filled months and days to be all shifted, right? Because now we have it year, month, day, hour, minute, second. So this is perfectly filled, and now you can use sort tool to sort by our generated date as well as our ID, and that's going to put everything in chronological order. And of course, this tool is open to creative use where you can go in and you could pick whatever time you want. Maybe you need full date time long, and you want to format it to show day of the week or something like that. So when we select our field, of course, we are going to get our date and time in the format we specified. There are lots of other format date options. So if you click on help, you'll be taken to a web page where you could put a different masks here. So you would select custom format and you would put your own format mask such as D, or maybe you can specify something like year, month. This way you'll get it dates by month if that's how you want to group your data. So there's so many options here. You can click on this link to explore all the different options on how you can format date to look exactly how you want it to. And that's Date Format Tool. Very simple. Pick your field, pick your format, push it down to attachment, and there you go. This is open to all kinds of creative uses. All right, that's it for this chapter of Video Manual. I will see you on the next chapter.